Welcome to my little room under the stairs, where last time we got this enchantment factory set up, and since then I've been down here enchanting lots of different things, and I've ended up with an absolute ton of books. Look at this, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've been putting pickaxes, swords and some armour through there as well, and I've taken some of those books and I've put them onto the gear that I've got. So let's just have a quick look at this. Firstly, the sword. Unbreaking 3, Smite 5, Sharpness 6, Soulbound, Sweeping Edge 4 and Looting 4. This is awesome. So it's great that you can have Sharpness and Smite on the same thing. The next thing I really wanted to do was the pickaxe. So I've got XP Boost 3, Efficiency 5, Soulbound, Unbreaking 4 and Fortune 4. Again, absolute madness. But what I really wanted was Silk Touch. So I kept the pickaxe going through there and I eventually did get it, and I've put that onto my Flux Bore. So this actually has Efficiency 7, Holding 5 still, and Silk Touch. So this thing is absolutely crazy now. My bow I already had last time, but I just forgot to show it. So this was stuff that I just got from enchanting. So I've got XP Boost 4, Power 4. That's a bit rubbish actually. I could probably get a lot more power on there. But we've got Withering as well. So anytime I shoot anything with this, they get the Wither effect. And lastly is the armor. This is really good. So I took a load of books and just applied them all to this. And the reason I'm using this armor rather than getting some good stuff like diamond or netherite or even the refined obsidian is these are affix items that already have the effects on. So if you look at these, we gain speed, fall damage reduced, and most of them give extra hearts as well. So that's why I'm using this, but I've just taken the books that I've been getting and applied some great enchantments to it. So I've got, look at that, projectile protection 6, protection 5, repellent 5, so that makes mobs teleport away if they attack you, unbreaking 5 and soulbound, and yeah, it's similar story, it's all crazy good stuff. So the plan for today is to take the enchanting even further and get on with the stuff we can do with Apotheosis, like all this crazy stuff with the Eterna and the Quanta, and we're going to get some of the different bookshelves so we can do the higher level enchants in the enchanting table. And to prepare for that, I've been doing a little bit of vanilla stuff around here, and I've been trying to get some bee's nest. And as you can see, I've been busy and I've got quite a few of these things. Don't know if I've got any shears on me because I was waiting to do that on camera and I probably haven't got any with me, but that's alright. So yeah, I've just placed a few of these down, and now that I've got Silk Touch on my Flux Bore, I've been able to move these and place them over here. I need to get a bit of honeycomb for some of the stuff I'm going to do today, but we won't go over that just now. That will all be revealed later. And as you can see, all the crops from out here have gone as well, and I've put all of those into botany pots just down here. So I think it was just the wheat, the strawberries and the peanuts, I think, because that's what I've been using. I've been eating these strawberry jelly sandwiches. I haven't mentioned this yet, but this is the food I've been eating. And I am going to try and get some different foods, because the more different foods I eat, the more extra hearts I get. So we'll do some other stuff eventually, but oh yeah, I've moved the sugar cane in here as well. So all of that goes into my ender chest, and then it goes automatically into the storage drawers up here. And the only other thing I did between episodes was adding the storage bus onto the drawer that's got the plastic in that we started producing last time. So that is already there, we can instantly access everything, very nice. But I also made a discovery as well. Last time I was looking for cobwebs so I could craft the compass that lets us find structures, and I didn't think I had any, so I gave up on that very quickly. And in here I've got a ton of them. I've got 15. So all this stuff that I haven't sorted out yet, it was all in there. And the other thing as well that really annoyed me was the mushrooms. I already had some mushrooms and I went about 2,000 blocks away to find them in another episode. So yeah, I really need to put all this stuff away, don't I? Anyway, cobwebs, that's what I'm going to do now, because what I want to do is go get some of the other stuff that I'm going to need for the other bookshelves that I'm going to need for this enchanting. So, first up, let's craft this compass. I'm probably going to need a normal one first. And it's this one here, the Explorer's Compass. So in theory, if it works the same way as the other one, we can just click on this. And what do I want to find first? Ocean Monument, that's what I want first. It's not there. Is it not called that? Is it called the Monument? Yeah, there we go. I'll double click on that. So where's that? 2,000 blocks away. Alright, yeah, we'll go for that. But before I set off, one of the things I want to craft is something called a mob imprisonment tool. And this is going to be very powerful. With all the stuff that we got set up last time, this is going to mean we can just move mobs around very easily, but also use the mob duplicator to create very easy mob farms. So it does require gas tiers, but that isn't a problem. I haven't been killing many gas, but if we just look at the gas tiers I've got 45. And the reason I've got that is because I've got these things from creepers in my mob farm, and you can just use 3 of these to craft gas tiers, which is great. So I'm going to craft a few of these. Now they don't stack, so that could be a bit of a difficulty. Let's just put some of this stuff away. Let's grab, I don't know how many I need. Right, let's go through the list of what I want to get. I want to grab a villager, and then I can use the mob duplicator to get more villagers, because I really want to get mending, and I can't do that very easily. I think I can do it eventually with the enchanting, but it's probably just going to be easier to do it the vanilla way with a villager. I also want to get a slime, so I can do a slime farm. I want to get an elder guardian and a guardian, so that's 4 already, isn't it? The really interesting one is I want to get a warden, because I need to kill a warden to do some of the bookshelves that I need today. And then I've had another couple of ideas. One is I want to try and get an evoker, because that'll be a very easy emerald farm. And then I also want to get a witch as well, because I want to get the glowstone going. And we did have a bit of an attempt in a previous episode of this setup here, and it was to put Potion of Night Vision onto Cinderflower. And when you do it in the fluid encapsulator, it doesn't work. But I have discovered that if you do the create method, it does actually work. So we are going to get into create at some point, and we can definitely use this. But for now, we'll just empty this out and it can keep creating redstone. So I've got plenty of redstone from doing that. So yeah, I think that should be it. So if I can get all those 7 mobs, I can get those into a mob duplicator and get a really crazy overpowered farm going. Right, so let's start picking up some mobs. So first one, I want to get a villager, and he doesn't have a trade. So no, that was the wrong thing. Come here. Right, so we have a villager in there, and luckily with these things, it does actually tell you which one you've got inside it as well. So we'll be letting a warden loose where I'm going to put the villagers. Okay, so we're over at the spot where the ocean monument is. I haven't brought any night vision potions with me, so I'm not very prepared. Hopefully I can get in here and not have to mess about too much. There we go. Right. Okay, let's not die. That won't be good. So I need to get 2 of these on my hotbar so I can just grab some of these things. Right, so I'm going to have you. That's you. And I also want to get the big one as well. Get in here. You. There we go. Right. That should be it. So I've got an elder guardian and a guardian. Right, this is going well so far. Right, so this is a pretty cool woodland mansion. Very strange looking thing. And I now have mining fatigue die, so that's not great. But as it's nighttime, I should probably go to a swamp first and try and get a slime. Right, there's a little one there, but I really want to try and get a big one. And then we should get more for our money from that. Right, nothing much luck here, but my mining fatigue is gone now. So if I just chop down a few of these trees, hopefully give us some more spawning spaces and we can get a big slime. Okay, just flying up in the air like that, in a spot that I hadn't cleared. That should be it. So, big oh, teleport away. No. My stupid overpowered armor. Right, let's see if I can get you before you hit me. No, it did it again, didn't it? Oh. Where'd you go? He's on top of a tree. Right, don't do that. Don't die. Right, again. Yes. Right, we now have a slime. So let's get back to the woodland mansion and try and get ourselves an evoker. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of these places. I always die. Oh, there we go, straight away though. Oh, Vexes, I really hate Vexes. I'm just going to get in there. Get him. Right, I've got an evoker. I'm off. Where is he? Yeah, I've got an evoker in there. Brilliant. Now, so all I need now is a witch and a warden. So I'm going to use my nature's compass again to try and find a deep dark biome. And how far away is this? 1100. I can live with that. And is it back in the... No. Okay, let's follow this, see if we can get into the deep dark. And hopefully, while I'm down there, I can find a witch as well. That will be handy. Right, I think we're about there now, aren't we? So let's start digging down. Look like I can fly if I get into trouble. Now, normally going into the deep dark, I would try and be quiet. But in this case, I want to get a warden to spawn so I can capture him. Let's just send some of this stuff back. I'm going to put all these in here as well, just in case. Right, so we'll sneak a little bit, because I do actually want to find some chests as well. I don't know if there's an ancient city down here, but I suppose I could do that with the structure one, couldn't I? Should we give that a go? Is this the smallest deep dark biome ever? Ancient city, that's what I want. And, oh yeah, so there's one over this way. Okay, that's good. I don't think I need any skull, but let's grab a bit anyway. No, I can't do that. I need to use the silver touch one die. Torches would be good, wouldn't they? Not for my benefit, just for yours, because this is probably going to be really dark on YouTube. Apologies. Right, ancient city. This is good, I think. So I need to get some chests as well, because I need to get one echo shard at least. I actually think I only need one. So this jetpack doesn't seem to be setting off the sensors, which is good. So where are the chests? I really should have brought some night vision, shouldn't I? There's one. No sensors around here, is there? I'm way less prepared than I normally am when I come in one of these places, but we're doing it differently. Go it. Well, that's got mending on it, so I can take that off there. That's good. And I'll take those as well. Might as well. Lots of sense down there. Don't need that. Just want a chest. That's another one, but that looks pretty scary, doesn't it? Right, so when I open this, it's probably going to be pretty bad, but I just want an echo shard. There we go, that's what I wanted. Candles as well, that's what I want. Right, so I've got everything I need now, really. I just need to grab a warden if I can. I'm pretty sure it works. Should we just make some noise? Oh, let's grab this. What's that? Oh, could have done with swift sneak. Never mind. Right, I think that, yeah, that's it now. We have a warden. Right, I can't see him anywhere. Where are you? This is pretty scary. Alright, but there he is. Let's see if I can grab him. Set torches out. Yes, I have a warden. Where's he gone? Yes, warden in there. Excellent. Right, there's another one coming. Don't want that. I need to get out of here now. Sorry about the darkness. Okay, right, so I've got everything I need now. So I think now I need to get back home. I really wish I had a handy way of doing it, but I don't at the minute, unfortunately. So I'll get back home and I can get on with the first steps in this enchanting setup. Right, so we're back home and I've got everything dropped off, and now we're ready to do a little bit of this. And I could have done the first step of this before I did all that, but I wanted to get prepared first. So the first step in improving our enchanting setup is to add in a few of the hell shelves. So if we just have a look at the recipe for this, it's fairly simple. So it's nether brick, blaze rods and normal bookshelves, which is all doable, but then we need to do a potion of regeneration as well. And for this, we need gas tiers, as we've already explained. We've already got that. So I can do this in the setup we've got in the starter base. So let's go over there and have a look. So hopefully there's not only strength potion in here. There is though, isn't there? Oh, let's see if I can get rid of this. Stick that in there. And while I was doing that, I can probably get on with this. So I've got the awkward potion in there. I believe if I just put gas tiers in here, that should create the potion of regeneration. And then if I pipe that into here and put bottles in here, it should fill them up. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Oh, that's using my potion of regeneration. No, don't do that, don't do that. Stop it. Okay, so I've got bottles. Put that in there. Right, so we have a potion. Okay, so I've got 2. That's not bad. Now, if I just put the rest of the gas tiers in there, get rid of all this redstone. So anything you put in those, basically you get redstone out of it, any potion. So I think I need 5 of these hell shells, which probably means 5 of these potions. So that should do it. Okay, let's try crafting this now. I don't have any bookshelves, do I? So let's get 5 of these. That was lucky. And put those in there. I've got 4. One missing. Okay, and that's the last one. So this here, normal vanilla setup. 15 bookshelves around an enchanting table. So as you'll see here, if you look at the Eterna on there, that is 15. And if you look at the bookshelves, this says that these ones can give you a max of 15. So if we increase that value by using these things, this gives us a max of 22.5. So if we just put a couple of these down, see if there's any difference, that is now 18. So if we look in here, let's grab something that we can enchant. I'm not going to do it yet, I just want to show you the difference here. So if we put that in, that now goes up to level 36, which is great. But if we put the rest of these down somewhere, probably should move these first, just like that, this now goes up to level 45, and this is a key level for getting the next stuff that we need. So the next stage of the enchanting setup is to use 15 of the glowing hell shelves. So it's these things here. So for that, we need to do the infused hell shelves, which means putting the normal hell shelf into the enchanting table at level 45, which we have now done. So if we craft a few more of these, I'm going to have to do a load more regeneration potions as well, aren't I? But if we put those in here, that'll get us the infused ones, and we can craft up the next lot. But should we just give this enchanting a go, see if we get anything decent on it? So let's take a helmet, stick that in there. Protection 4. Alright, that's not amazing, but what is it? Fire protection 5 and protection 4. So yeah, definitely not a vanilla enchant that, but we can do better. So let me get a few more of these crafted up, and then we can give this a go. Okay, so I now have another 15 of these hull shelves crafted up. So let's put one in here, and you'll see this uses 45 levels to do this. So I'm probably going to need a bit of XP. Well, there we go. That is the next stage of the hell shelf. Basically, you just need to do that with all of these. So hopefully I've got enough XP to do this. Doesn't seem to be taking that much, so let's see if we can get through there. But we literally have XP on tap now, so it's not that big a deal. And if this runs out, I can just get the mob farm up and running again. And on the last one, I went down to 43 levels, so that is perfect. That couldn't have gone any better, actually. So now, I think the easiest thing to do is just rip all this out and put these new ones down. And with these, we can go up to a max of 27. Actually, no, this isn't right. I'm doing this wrong. what I need to do with these is craft them into the glowing hell shells. So hopefully I've got enough glowstone for this. Because glowstone, as we know, is not the thing I have a lot of. It's this one, isn't it? I'll stick those in there. And I only have 15, so I want to get 15 of those. Right, okay. So now I think these go up to level 30. Yeah, that's right. So let's stick all these down. Just like that. Yeah, that'll do. And now that is at level 30. Great stuff. So I can do that in here as well, but I don't have enough levels. But did you see that? That goes up to level 60 now, and that does blast protection 5, just like that. And even the low ones should be decent enchants as well. Right, so the next stage is we're going to start using the stuff that we got today. So the first thing we need to do is the echoing deep shells. I don't know if I've got these in here. So the dormant deep shells, these are pretty easy, but I need to turn these into the echoing deep shells. And firstly, we need to turn that into a deep shelf, and that is using level 60 infusion, but that is what we've just done. So let's get these crafted up first. The dormant deep shell first, and I'm going to need to get some cracked deep slate eye. So let's get all this sorted. Get all those smelted in there. So I'm gonna, oh, look at that, perfect, 15, nice. I'm definitely going to need some more XP here, so I'm going to turn this on and let this do its thing. Hopefully it won't back up. But I need to be at level 60 for each of these, so I'm going to let this run, get a bit more XP. But then if we put these into here, yeah, so once we get to level 60, we should be able to do this. And there we go. And the advancements are coming in now. Okay, so yeah, gonna need to get more levels for this. So I'll get through all this and then we can get on with the next bit. Right, so I've got all those done now, and I've just realised I've made a bit of a mistake. Because what I want to do with these, rather than use these as they are, is turn them into the next stage. The ones I want to use are the Echoing Deep Shelf and the Echoing Skulk Shelf. I need 14 of these, and I need 15, because I need 14 as they are, and I need to turn one of them into this. So, a few difficulties here. Firstly, the candles, but that's why I added the bees in between episodes. So I can start harvesting all of that and get those candles crafted up. But that means I also need 15 echo shards as well. And as we've just seen, I only got 2 from that ancient city. So I need to go back there and get some more of those. And the next challenge is the Echoing Skulk Shelf. Did get a little bit of Skulk, but I also need a Skulk Catalyst and the Warden Tendril. Now, the Skulk Catalyst I can go get from the ancient city, but the Warden Tendril only drops from Wardens. So that's why I grabbed one in here. So I think the next step now is to get the mob duplicator up and running, and I'm going to do it on a much safer mob first. I'm not going to test it on the Warden just in case it gets loose in here and does bad things. So we'll probably do... Oh, no, definitely not the Evoker either. Well, let's go with the Guardian. Let's go nice and safe. Or is the Slime? Slime's probably easiest, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, let's get the mob duplicator going. I think we should have everything for it. It's mainly just industrial foregoing stuff. So, oh yeah, so we need to do another advanced machine for him. So, yeah, anyway, let me get this sorted, and then we can give this a test with a slime, and then hopefully we can get the Warden in there and get a few of those Warden tendrils, and hopefully it's called Catalyst as well. Right, so I got the advanced machine frame done, ready to do the mob duplicator. So we might as well craft that up now. Nice. And after doing those, I thought I should put some work in and actually go do the other thing I needed. So this chest here holds everything I've been doing for the past hour or so, maybe a bit longer. Yeah, I went back to the ancient city and I'm opening pretty much every chest I could find. I was really struggling for these echo shards, but as you can see, I've got 16, and what happened was I had to go to another ancient city, so I've been through 2 pretty much completely. Had a few scary run-ins with the Warden, but I got away unscathed, and we've got an absolute ton of stuff. So aside from these, I've got a couple of the smithing templates, a ton of books, a few of the swift sneaks, but I've also got some armour as well, which isn't great on its own, but as you can see there are some that's got mending on. I haven't got a mending trade yet, so I can put these through the enchantment extractor, get mending, because I've got a few pieces of armour that I could do with it on, and my tools as well. But I can sort this out later on, so let's go get this mob duplicate set up, craft up the next stage of the bookshelves, and hopefully kill a Warden without dying. That'll be fun, won't it? Right, so I've got this set up down here. Now, I don't know if this is the best idea, doing it down here. Maybe I should have it up there and have them pushed down, but I'm going to go for it. So, I already had this wired up down here for power and ME, so I've just put an export bus on here, 4 acceleration cards in, and that is exporting essence into there. So that has essence, it has power. I'm not going to upgrade it because I don't want it to go too fast. And definitely no range add-ons, because if we look at the working area, it will do it directly above. But if we had a range add-on, it'll do it further away than that. So yeah, I don't want that, especially when we do the warden. So let's try this with the slime first and see what happens. And now I just need to put this in here. And then when that gets down to the bottom, should get a slime in there. And it should be killed pretty much straight away. Right, that's fair enough. Now let's just see if this... I don't have anywhere for this to go yet. So it should just stay in here. See, oh, and that's what I wanted as well. This is why I'm doing the slime, because I want the slime pearls. Warden, let's... Should we try an evoker? I'm just a sucker for punishment. Let's try the evoker, see what happens. Not that I'm avoiding doing the warden at all. Right, you go in there. Right, and they killed straight away. That is really good. So from those, I should be getting emeralds and the totems of undying. So where's that? Look at that. Brilliant. Right, let's sort that. It's time to do the warden. Let's do this. I'm building this up in my head, but it's probably going to be really boring, isn't it? He says. Alright, let's do it. Go on, do it. Did he die? I think he died. We've got it. Yes, look at that. Warden tendril. I only needed one of those. And a couple of cat. Right, we can get rid of that just before anything bad happens. Let's take that over there. Nice. Right, so that's the easy way of killing a warden. I like it. Now, this is going to be using up all masons, because I don't have anything else turned on at the minute. So I'll put the warden back in there. Hopefully never see that again. I will be using the evoker one, because I definitely want to get some emeralds out of that. Hopefully I'll get a few more than I just did. What else? Guardian. We could do the guardian actually, because if I get some of the prismarine crystals, I can upgrade the range of all these spawners. So let's do a few guardians. Hopefully they won't bounce around all over. Okay, yeah, so a few crystals going in there. I need quite a few though, so I might just leave that running. I don't know how I'm doing for essence, but it's probably going to be going down quite a lot. Is that 1100 buckets? That's absolute madness. Alright, I didn't know I had that much. Okay, I'll leave that running, and let's get this thing upgraded. Right, so I've got these deep shells. I just need to craft these into the upgraded version. So let's have a look at this. So what I want to do is the echoing deep shelf. And the other thing I needed to do was the candles, wasn't it? But I'm not going to use my beads, because from the ancient city, I got an absolute ton of candles. So let's just go grab these out of here and we can use those. Where are they? There. So hopefully this will be enough. Okay, so 15 of those. That's exactly what I need. And then I just need one of these things. So what do I need for that? Skulk. Yeah, definitely got skulk. 4 of those. And there we go. That should be the last stage we need before we go to the end. Because the last stage, the fully upgraded version of this, is to use end shells. And we haven't fought the dragon yet, but we'll probably do that in a minute actually, because it's not a big deal. So get rid of these. We can put everything in, and hopefully this will be good enough to do all the end shells. So I'll put these down just as I did before at the back. And if we look at this, this allows you to go to a max of 37.5. But the skulk shelf allows you to go up to 40. But you only need one of these to take it up to 40. So there we go. And the reason we need it at 40 is because for the end shelves, these are actually quite basic. You only need endstone, ender pearls, and bookshelves. But this thing here, infused dragon's breath. So this is the gotcha of crafting this. So for this, we need to infuse, like we did with the shells before, and it's level 80, and that is what we get in here. So I don't think we've got anything we can enchant. Let's try this bow. Yeah, so that's level 80. So that is perfect. This setup is what we need to get to the next stage. Right, so that was a lot of work to get to this stage, but we're not done yet. I think what I want to do now is go kill the dragon and get some end stuff and get the rest of this done. So let me get prepped for that, and we'll try and find the stronghold. Okay, so a little bit of time has passed, and I think I've got everything I need now. The main thing we need is the dragon's breath. So I've got myself 2 stacks of glass balls, and I always forget to do this in vanilla, but this is the main reason I'm going. I've also got a mob imprisonment tool, because I'm thinking I should get a shulker and get a few easy shulker shells. Not that big a deal in modded Minecraft. We have the backpacks instead, really, don't we? But it could be handy. I've got the Eyes of Ender to activate the portal, and with my Explorer's Compass, I have already found the stronghold. I've been across there, and I've already set up a waystone. So let's get across there, and we should be able to go do it. Right, so yeah, I've already put a cardboard box on there as well, so we're not going to get silverfish bothering us. So let's take these Eyes of Ender, and we can get straight into the end. Did I just waste one there? What happened there? Alright, luckily, I can get straight back. Alright, let's have that. Alright, try that again. Right, we're in. So, I I suppose we should just go do it. Right, I've got a stack of arrows. I don't have infinity on my board, I think. But, you know, it should be enough. Okay, so luckily the jetpack should make this very easy. So we'll just get rid of all these and yeah. It's not going to be the most exciting fight in the world. It isn't really in vanilla either, is it? So let's just get it done and then we can get what we came for. Alright, let's get the Dragon's Breath as well. Right, so I've got 42 bottles of Dragon's Breath now. That should do, because once I infuse it, I get 3 for each one. And I've got a ton of Ender Air as well, which I didn't mean to get. But anyway, let's go and kill this thing, whatever it is. And final hit. There we go. That is done now. So grab this XP. And we also need to go to the end cities as well. So let's just grab this and we'll get over there. Okay, I do need some endstone, so I should probably grab a bit of that while I'm here. Okay, so I've made a bit of a mess there. Dug up some endstone and I've put all that into my ender bag so that can go back there. So now let's go through here and hopefully find an end city pretty quickly. Now, luckily, I have the Explorer's Compass, so I think... never mind. Don't need to. There's one just here. So I'd probably like to get an elytra as well, just because. So let's... I think I need some pepper as well, don't I? So let's grab this. I probably should get some to grow as well, but might as well get some that's already done. And hang on, let's do this. Yeah, there we go. So we just wreck the whole thing. I need some... Hang on, where's my... Let's get organised. I need some end rods as well, and I think that's it, really. Right, this is annoying. Stop it. Did I get him? No, I didn't. Oh, no. Maybe that's not possible then. Or I just did it wrong. Okay, so I couldn't leave it there. Done a bit more exploring and go away. But as you'll see in my hand, I do have a shulker in a mob imprisonment tool, so that's a good thing. And there's some weird things around in the end, but I have actually found a ship. So I don't know if the elytra is of any use, because, you know, these jetpacks are awesome, but let's grab it anyway. It's part of Minecraft, isn't it? We have to do it. So let's have that. And some of these chests are pretty good as well, so... Yep, as you can see, the inventory space is an issue now. So I'll pack all this up, get back home, and then we can do these end shelves. But of course, we definitely need to take this dragon head. Right, so let's do this. Should have everything now. So firstly, we need to do the infused dragon's breath. And you do get... Actually, I need that in there. I believe you do get 3 of these for every one that you put in. I think I want to do 16 of these bookshelves, so let's just get enough for that. Oh, hang on. More lapis. And one more. And that should do it. Right, now we just need to craft these things. So let's have a look at this. So the first ones we need are the end shells. And I believe I need 16 of these. So if I put those in there. Let's just grab them all. Oh no. 8. And I need more endstone bricks. That's alright, we can do that. That's why I got plenty of this stuff. And I'm gonna, right, got 18. Right, okay. So I want to turn 8 of these into the pearlescent end shells. And this is fairly cheap, so it's just ender pearls and end rods. So let's do that. And yeah. Oh, that's not good, is it? Why is there a creeper there? How did that happen? Definitely needs to do some security around here. Let's have a sleep. That was very lucky. That could have been a lot worse. No, it's daytime. But why is there a creeper coming out of it? Right, whatever. Let's do this. Okay, so 3 more of these. And I'll also want 1 of the draconic end shells. And this is just the normal one. So if we do that, that should be everything we need. So let's get the rest of these. I can leave 1 in there because I just need 7 of those. Alright, so now I can rip all this out. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in here because I want to infuse these. But if you look at this, it says criteria not met. And that is because the quanta is too low with this setup. But there is something we can do. All of the skulls increase the quanta. Now, I think these do 5%. But then the wither skeleton skull does 10%. I have 10,000 wither skeleton skulls. Now, what is going on? So if I just stick one of these on here, hopefully that should do it. Yeah, that works now. So I can get the rest of these. So I'm just going to do all of these. And I do have a plan for this. I'm just not sure how it works on the next setup. And I may have to do something even crazier. So let's just do all of those. Right. So now I can rip all this out and replace it with the new end ones that we've just done. So is that the pearlescent ones? Yeah, let's put those there. And these go up to a max of 45. And that is already at 40. Nice. Oh, yeah, now 45. So that's at 45 already. And if I just put the draconic element shelf down, I think that would actually do it. So I didn't actually need these. Don't know why I did that. Does that help? Oh no, the Quanta and the Arcana, I can max it out if I put these down as well. So if I put those there, yeah. Oh no. Right, I do need one more. Alright, we've got 2 in there. So let's just put this down, see what happens. So yeah, so we now have 50 Eterna, 100% Quanta, and 100% Arcana. Rectification is the next thing we need to do, and also the enchanting clues. But let's just give this a go, enchanting something like that. Let's do an ender. Why not? And I need 100 levels as well, don't I? So I'll just turn these on. Right, so I got up to 100 levels now and decided to go for a diamond sword instead. So see what we'll get in here. 100 levels, capturing 5. So let's give that a go, so we'll get on there. Nice. Knockback 3, fire aspect 3, soulbound, severing 7, scavenger 2, and capturing 5. That's mad. So that gives us a chance to get the spawn egg with capturing 5. Very good. So some of the mobs that I've got in here that I'm using with the mob duplicator, if I can hit these with this and get the egg, I believe I can turn one of the spawners into that, and I don't have to use essence for these mobs, which would be very good. As we saw there, you can only see one of the enchantments that you're going to get, but there is another block we can use called the Health Shelf of Masterful Sight, and that's why I've done these infused health shelves. So if you put these down, you can get more clues to see what you're going to get. So it's fairly expensive. Emerald blocks, netherite, and potions of night vision, and it's the 8-minute ones as well. Let's not forget that. Well, firstly, we need to do the Health Shelf of Sight. And we only need 2 for this. And this is pretty doable. I don't have any spyglasses yet, but everything else I should be able to do. And that's the 3-minute one. So I think I should have everything for this. So let's give this a go. Alright, so I'm going to do 2. I believe you can use 2. So let's do that. And put those in there as well. And then for these, I need to do the netherite ingots, don't I? So do I have any scraps? I do. So let's craft up some of these. 4 of those. And now, I believe I should... Oh, I don't have enough emeralds. Never mind. Right, let's just put these down. And when I get some more emeralds, I can do that. Put that one there. And that one there. Yeah, so 4 enchanting clues now. 1 by default, and then I've added another 3 there. So that's good. Right, so the other thing we need to sort out is the rectification. Because as you can see, at the minute, it's 0%. And why I want to do that is because the Quanta, it increases the randomness of both good and bad enchants. So if we put the rectification up, it removes the bad enchants and we just get an absolute beast of a setup that'll give us the perfect enchantments. So to sort out rectifications, a few ways we can do it, and there's a few levels to it as well. So we could put amethyst clusters on. This gives 1.5%, but we're way past this stage now. So what I want to use is the Shelf of Infused Rectification, which I already have over here. So this is what I mean by stages. So there's 3 levels of it, and we need to craft each one of them to craft the next one. So the top level is the Shelf of Infused Rectification. We'll craft that from the Shelf of Hellbound Rectification. We'll craft that from the Shelf of Seabound Rectification. So this one, fairly simple, and this is one of the reasons I needed the honeycomb, and I've already got the amethyst, so I just need to do an infused sea shelf. Now, hopefully I can do this with my current setup. I should be able to. Right, so let's grab ourselves a sea shelf. I don't think I've crafted any of these yet. And I don't have everything. Prismarine, I should be able to craft this. So I just need a waltz ball. Okay. Now, do I have any waltz around here? Probably not. Right, so now I can do the sea shelf. I also need to infuse this. So hopefully this will let me do it. Alright, now I need 100 levels to do it on this one. Right, so it would have been better to do it on the older setup, but let's see if I can get a couple more levels. No, need to send a mob farm on again. Okay, so there we are with that. Got 100 levels. Infuse sea shelf. Nice. Right, don't have any honeycomb yet, so suppose we should go do that, shouldn't we? Let's get some shears. Alright, don't think the bees will get mad at me. I think I've got campfires under most of these. Yeah, sorry. So I've now got there 9. That's not enough. So I need to get 4 of those. So maybe I need to wait around to do this. Oh no, some more there. Right, so I've got 3. I just need 4 more of those. Right, so I've got enough 4 of these now. I am going to need to craft 4 of these. But I'll just show you the process of 1 for now while I stock up on the honeycomb. So we'll get 1 of those. And then the next one, I believe I should have everything for that. Oh no, it's the gilded... Do I have gilded blackstone? I must do. Right, there we go. Nice. And finally, the Shelf of Infused Rectification. Nice. So I'm going to do another 3 of those, but just need to get some more honeycomb. So at the moment, that rectification says 0. So if I put that there, that now says 25. So we should get better enchants from this now, but I am going to up that to 100% as well. So we should really try another enchant, shouldn't we? Should we do a pickaxe? And it doesn't matter what pickaxe we do it on, because we can just take these off here and put them onto another one with our enchantment extractor. But let's just give it a go. So as you can see there, it lists 4 of the enchantments we're going to get, but that doesn't mean that's all we're going to get. We could get some more, but that's Efficiency 8, Silk Touch, Soulbound, and Boon of the Earth. And Boon of the Earth, if you don't know what that is, that basically drops ores from mining normal stone. Well, a chance of doing it anyway, so that is really good. But I just need a couple more levels. Okay, so I'll stick that in there. I'll have that. So we didn't really get much more on there, just life mending too. So not too bad, I'll take that. So we can just put on that on the enchantment extractor, and that'll take everything off it, and we can apply it to anything else we want. Nice. Okay, so a little bit more work done, and as you can see, I now have 100% rectification. So we're getting much better enchants from this now. I've got all 4 of these in, 2 there, and there's 2 in this corner as well that we can't see. And I've also gone ahead, upgraded this one as well to the Masterful Sight, so we now have 2 of these. And there's this other block here called the Deep Shelf of Arcane Treasures. And this is a fairly simple craft. It's a little bit expensive at first sight, but it's not too bad. Just 2 of the infused deep shells and just some vanilla stuff. And what this does is allows you to get treasure enchantments. So we can get mending in this now and a couple of other things. But mending is the one that we really want, so look at that straight away. Repellent 5, Soulbound, Mending, Curse of Binding, not great. But yeah, look at this. Repellent 10, Rebounding 5, Fire Protection 8. This is absolute madness. So this is like the top stuff. And yeah, we'll get some real crazy things. I think I'll put everything away now. Let's have this bow. What's on this bow? Flame, Endless Quiver, Shimmer, Curse of Vanishing. That's not great, that. But yeah, this is very powerful. So yeah, to do these other ones, I needed to do some more infusion. But instead of doing them at level 100, I set up a basic setup out here. So this is like our 2nd tier setup. And I just use this to do the seashells. You will need to be level 45. So rather than being level 100 on that one, I just got this one to level 45. So we are nearly there now. But there's one more thing I want to do. And that is to craft the Library of Alexandria. And all we need to do with this is to craft the Enchantment Library, which is fairly straightforward. I think we should have most of the things we need for this. I think we've got a few infused seashells. Or infused hull shells anyway. No, I've used them for those. Let's have a look. Right. I needed 4 ender chests, didn't I? So let's craft 4 of those for a start. And let's just check the hull shelf situation. Alright, I've only got 1 of those. That's alright. I can do another 3 because I've got those there. And the library was... So I just need to go do those 3 and I should be alright. I've got plenty of levels because I've been running my mob farm quite a lot. Right, I haven't got enough quanta on that. But as we know, we have options for doing that. Let's just stick it with the skeleton skull down. We've got plenty of those. Bang that on there. Now that should do the trick. There we go. So all of that, and that. Nice. You can stay there. And we should now be able to craft this first tier of the library. Just need an enchanting table. And there we go, that is the enchantment library. And what this allows us to do is to feed in loads of books into it, and it basically stores them all so you don't end up in this situation we've got in here. We've got 2 diamond chests that are just filling up with books. This holds quite a lot, but the next level up where we infuse it holds absolutely tons. Now you'd think with this max level setup I've got, I'd be able to do this, but if you have a look, I can't. Infusion criteria not met. So if we have a look, what we need to do is we need to have exactly the top Eterna and the top Arcana, but the quanta needs to be between 45 and 50%. So I've just been playing around with a few setups and I've got something sorted. So let me get that set up and I'll show you what I've done. Right, so I've basically just swapped out a few of these shells and I've got a few echoing deep shells and just took out some of the end shells. And this is pretty much there. So we've got, hang on, so I've got full Eterna, full Arcana, but 57.5 quanta. So I've also crafted one of these things called a melon shelf, and it's pretty straightforward. This just melon blocks, glistering melon, and a normal bookshelf. And what this does, it gives you 1 less Eterna, but also 10% less quanta. So we have more than maxed out with Eterna, so that's not a problem. So if we put that down there, we still have 50 Eterna, but that's 47.5 quanta. So that's exactly in the middle of the range we want it. So if we now put the enchantment library in there, we can get this from infusion. There we go. So now all we need to do with this, right, I'm gonna break this. It's gonna be a mess, but if we put this down here, and we can basically just shift click all of these books into here, and it'll just list everything we've got, and then we can just come back and get whatever level that we want that it's got stored in there. Hopefully I can pick everything up from down here. I mean, it doesn't matter if not total that. So what we can also do with this as well is filter it. So it is a long list, and especially in modded Minecraft, there's a lot of enchantments that you need to look through. So you'd think this would be easier than chest, but sometimes it gets quite a lot. So for example, if we want pickaxe enchantments, we can put that in there, and it'll filter it to the ones that can go on a pickaxe. So this is very handy. Telling me here the max level of fortune I can get is level 3, level 5. So if I shift click on this, it'll give me an efficiency 5 book. But I can put that back in there, or if I just want efficiency 1, I can single click it. So that is very helpful. So I've got all these put in as well, so I'll just stick all these in. Right, so I've got all those books in there now, and I've got an absolute ton in here, so I can go through this and get whatever I want. But I've also just put a pickaxe into here, so this is going to go through, get all the enchantments, and they're instantly going into there. So I've stocked this up with a few books. And I'm also going to do some manual enchanting in here as well. I'll get the end shells put back in and do some top level enchants, and I can put all those in here, and we should have enchants for days. But I'm very aware that this episode is getting a little bit long, so I'm going to leave it there, and we'll get back to the other stuff next time, because I have done a few other things I haven't talked about. So if you're interested in seeing anything else, please remember to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.